and welcome to another edition of Toys from the Attic. Once again, I have my box of Rock Lords, so let's open her up and see who we're going to take a look at today. It's going to be Crackpot. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at this guy. Crackpot, also known as Cross Rock in Japan, has a rock type of azurite. Crackpot is named for his slightly goofy personality. The other rock warriors have given him a hard time for his crazy notions, but Crackpot's unorthodox and out-of-the-box thinking has helped save him and his teammates from many a jam. His main weapon was a magnetic pulse ray that would attract enemies and turn them into magnetic heaps. Alright, so here we have the action figure of Crackpot. Now, as I've said before, I really love the carved, rocky exterior texture that they've managed to put into these guys. Crackpot doesn't seem to have any of those swirls as some of the other Rock Lords do, like Boulder or Sticks and Stones. Instead, he's more of a solid color, kind of like a, well, not Nugget, but more like Magmar. He does actually also have this other interesting shape. They're not all the same as either being round or other stuff. You can tell that he kind of has this weird dome shape, but then flat on the bottom. So it does definitely mean that they each have their own unique shape that they transform into. Now, as far as his transformation into robot humanoid mode, it's fairly simple. Just pull his head up here, and then you can see his kind of alienish cross mouth face. He definitely is one of the more interesting characters as far as his head goes. I always think his mouth looks kind of weird on there. It can open in all four directions. Anyways, then you just pull his legs down like this. Oh, and you can pop his waist out. I always keep forgetting that part, but you just pull his legs down here, move his feet out, and actually let me adjust the camera back for you so you can kind of see all of them in here. So once his legs are sturdy and down, just fold his arms out like this, pull them out like here, and out like this. Now the interesting thing though is, back when I was younger, the card that actually showed his transformation always made it seem like he'd keep his arms folded in like this. They weren't actually all that clear on their directions. There's another Rock Lord that I'll get into that way later that I remember his directions were really off. But anyways, this is pretty much all there is to Crackpot. Once again, I apologize for not having his weapons. These were toys that I had back when I was 6 and 7, so it's a lot of things were lost over the time before I became a hardcore collector. But he definitely does have an interesting feel. Now, he's not as tall as Boulder or, let's say, Magmar. You can kind of get a nice size comparison here. But he's not as short as Nugget. So they each all have their own different sizes, and they still kind of stay in the same range as size comparison, unlike the Transformers line where you can get one that's really super tall or really super short and not very show accurate. These guys are a little bit more show accurate. Anyways, this has been a look at Crackpot. Once again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you've seen today, please feel free to like, subscribe, or leave a comment below in the comment section. Any advice for the show will be greatly appreciated. Who knows, something you suggest may appear on the show in the future.